boss. How you doing?
How you doing, boss? Hey, my name is Carlos.
Carlos?
I come on behalf of Assembly Bill 405. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's just a renewable energy bill that they passed back in 2016. It basically has to do with like the hydro pieces. We're basically here just talk to you about that and see if you'd be available a little later today to get like an ESR. Looks a little something like this, energy savings report. It's basically like in regards to solar, it shows you if you can save money, and most importantly, like if you qualify for solar. They have certain like tax incentives. You have right now it's actually about to end. It's a 30% tax incentive that you get before going solar. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yeah, actually, I have a guy at my door that lives
I'm not either. Honestly, I'm not either. It's just
and frankly, we're really not interested in putting the solar on the house at all.
Oh, okay.
But
can I ask you, do you pay a lot of energy? Just so I know, just like
I really don't know. My wife pays those bills. I have something you might be interested in. 1 second.
Really?
So it has nothing to do with solar. How's that feel to you?
Dude, where'd you get this?
I got a guy out of Texas that prints those up. But
that's amazing.
What's more important than that funny little minion is the important message on the back. And the back talks about eternity and our preparation for that. I'd almost wager that you've spent more time thinking about the next movie or Avenger movie you want to see, or maybe maybe a vacation, and maybe you're planning a vacation to California. Okay. So that's where your thinking is.
Yeah, that's where my thinking is.
I would venture to say you put more thought into that than your own eternity, right?
No, not really. I think. Well, actually, eternity is like a big word. I honestly wouldn't know if I would even. I don't think I've ever put enough thought into eternity. Yeah. Yeah,
most people, hey, I'll think about it later when I have time.
Yeah. I believe. I would say really, I believe in God. So I believe so far I've done enough to go to heaven. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done anything bad. Yeah.
What if you haven't done enough? What if there was one thing you missed? Understand what it all looks like for you and how it all plays out in eternity for you right now. You can do that, or anytime before you leave planet Earth. But after you leave planet Earth, yeah, you'll find out, but it'll be too late to affect the outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I've really never put much thought into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a way of knowing. I think you mentioned something about I think I've done enough things. So we think that, our good outweighs our, but that will affect our outcome. But that's really not how it works. Let me ask you, are you a good person?
I would say I'm a good person.
Okay. Can we put that to a quick test?
Sure, go for it.
All right. The test is based on the Ten Commandments, and my first question is, have you ever lied? The Ninth Commandment, thou shalt. You've also confessed to being a lying thief, and that's only 2 of the 10 Commandments. One more, and I will bring it to a close.
Okay.
You ever looked at the opposite sex at a lady with lust or desire, whether it's a picture in a magazine or?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. The Bible calls that adultery. Jesus says if you looked at the opposite sex with lust or desire in that manner, you committed adultery inside your heart. You don't have to do anything beyond that. You've already broken man to die once and then judgment. Are you going to be innocent or guilty on that judgment day?
On that judgment, I'd be pretty guilty.
And I think that's clear.
I've never really given that much thought. Really.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of troubling because God doesn't give people a green light to go to heaven under those circumstances. You would end up going to hell, correct?
Correct. I would say under those circumstances, yeah.
Does that trouble you? Does that concern you? You've heard enough about 150,000 people worldwide pass into eternity every day.
I would say so a bit more.
It's on average about 2 people per second, and that's about 54 million a year. That's a large number.
Yeah.
So large that you could be in that daily group any given day. And thousands of 19-year-olds end up in eternity every day. So we tend to think of ourselves as having a long life ahead of us, but that's not always the case. And so I urge.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't make time for it.
Yeah, you do have to make time for it.
Yeah, I don't make time for it. I would lie if I would tell you I don't have time. I have time, I just don't make time for it.
Well, I've had plenty of people lie and tell me I don't have time. I go, you don't have time for 5 minutes? You don't have time for Christ can save people.
Yeah.
Walking an aisle, saying a prayer, getting baptized, going to church, being born into a Christian family. None of those are what God demands. He demands that we repent and trust His Son. And if we don't, and we find ourselves in judgment on Judgment Day, He will say, depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. I never knew you. And those will be the most startling words you'll ever hear. And from that point forward, there's no escape. You are.
It's really just to make sure you get the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then I get paid for that, basically. I don't know if you would do me that favor and just have him come here, show you the numbers. And he's very religious, too. I honestly want to call him over here just to talk to you about that, because he's a big-time religious. He's a real religious guy, great guy. His name's Jason, great guy. They just really come and try to show you the numbers, really. And really,
our policy basically is we really don't take anything that comes to our door on the phone. If we really want solar, or if we want a product, then we will go pursue it ourselves and find the company that we can trust off the bat. So we don't really take solicitations off the porch.
Yeah, it is. I've never really put much thought into it like the way you put it. But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah.
And again, we've broken His laws, and when we understand we're personally responsible in front of God on Judgment Day, that really tends to wake folks up.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so much for your time.
thank you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
God bless.
God bless you.